How's it going, guys? Back again in the whip in some rush hour. So I figured I'd go ahead and get this out of the way so I can have Monday, which it is. It is about 5 o'clock Monday, April the 11th, the day before my oldest son's birthday. And I'm actually on my way back to where I was this morning. I don't really got anything else to do. So wasn't feeling the best when I got back to the house. I ate some McDonald's before I laid back down and woke up not feeling the best, stomach bothering me. So I decided that since I have tomorrow off anyway, I'll just call in today and take today off too because I didn't feel good. And I told them that, my stomach was bothering me, and I was having trouble keeping things down because I was. And they told me that I'm going to have to take the week off and quarantine because apparently that's a COVID symptom of vomiting. So that is going to be what I'll be doing for the remainder of the week. I'll be quarantining around town until I can go back to work. And I texted my son to see if he wanted to hang out or something tomorrow, and he never responded, so I'll figure that out later. But decided that I'll go and hang out with the kids some more since I got a free week. Figured I can go ahead and get these videos done. Well, this video done. I'm pretty much caught up. I got the video for yesterday done this morning, but I didn't upload it this morning. I just recorded it and saved it. So I'm gonna upload this and yesterday's tonight. I'll try to. The internet's not the best out here where Lacey lives, so I'm gonna hope for the best as far as getting that uploaded, but I might not get it finished until I get back home. I don't know how long I'll stay. I just decided to come back out to get out of the house. Knowing that I have the week off, I actually brought my fishing poles and my computer so that if I get bored or want to go fishing out there, I can. And so now I'm getting some free time to move around and get some rest and whatnot. And I'm pretty happy about it, to be honest. It's going to help me catch up on some things that I've gotten behind on as far as at the house. It gives me a chance to open up my schedule a little bit to doing, more content and getting more things straightened out with my other car without a lot of distractions and interruptions. Gives me more time to spend with the kids. So I'm happy about it. I didn't want to miss work like this because I can't really afford to, but it's not a big deal. It really doesn't. I really don't have a choice, to be honest, because with the whole pandemic thing, you can't really make your job let you come back when they have guidelines. And I think the thing that really got me was telling them that I was having trouble keeping things down, which wasn't a lie, but I know it's not COVID. I mean, I'm pretty sure I didn't. I'm positive it wasn't COVID. But hey, it is what it is. If they're passing out free weeks off for work, hey, I'll take one. But so yeah, now I have to decide what I'm gonna do for the rest of the week and how I'm gonna enjoy this time and spend it, and what I'm gonna devote it to. Because I mean, gotta do something. Gotta do something. I'm not gonna just lay around and sleep the whole weekend the whole week. Even though I do want to rest, I did want to rest today. I actually had planned on trying to get some rest right after I had texted my boss, but because I have tomorrow off too anyway, I had scheduled it, and I was just going to text him and go back to lay down and go to sleep. But right after I texted him, the safety manager or HR coordinator or whatever texted me and asked me what my symptoms were and when I started to have them, and she said that I'd have to take a week off in quarantine. So that's what I'll be doing. I'm not mad about it. Like I said, just looking forward to the free time and gonna start planning how I'm gonna use it. I wish this would have happened when a little later on in the month, but I'm not gonna complain. I'm not gonna make a bad situation worse. Not that this is a bad situation, but it's just a figure of speech. I'm not gonna make a bad situation worse by complaining about it. So I mean, hey, gonna get kicked out of work for a week. Make the best of it, which is why I brought my fishing poles, so I can go and get some peace and quiet out there maybe, and just enjoy the time, as best I can. Don't really have much to talk about as far as the things that I've done today, because I mean, it's been a pretty lazy day, to be honest. I've been sleeping, and I got up at about 1:30. From there, I just texted my boss and the HR lady, and texted Lacey, and just been relaxing in the bed watching King of the Hill. Oh, it's been watching me, and now I'm on my way back to Anderson. I gotta get gas. I was also kind of wanting to go to dinner tonight with Lacey, but we'll see how that works out after I get closer. The weather's not great. Looks like it's been raining. It's kind of sprinkling now. But overall, just trying to take it easy as best I can and get more content made, get some videos edited. I really wish I would have thought about it. I could have recorded some kick game videos while I was at the house before I left, but I have time to do that. I'm definitely going to try to do that this week for sure. Get caught up on my kick games, and then start a new playlist for something. I mean, I gotta do something for a playlist. But yeah, so that's what I'm working with right now as far as the forecast for the week. When I got up, I had heard my mom and one of my children's mother arguing about something. They was arguing on the phone. and I'm pretty sure they were arguing about a shirt. But she told me about it, and it's been an ongoing thing with this person. And it kind of makes me feel bad that she has to put up with that, even though she does that by choice. But I kind of think about it being my fault that she has contact with this person, and it goes hand in hand with what I was talking about this morning, as far as like the thoughts that I was having this weekend about the relationships that I have with my children. And it's a lot, I try to make it less than what it is, because I guess I just wear my struggle well, if you will. And it doesn't really show on my face or in my demeanor how much of a toll it takes on me, being so heavy loaded with children, with so many different people. It definitely wasn't my intention to live my life this way. It's definitely something that I kind of just lost control of a while ago. And I don't know what exactly caused me to be so irresponsible sexually, that I continue to have children so frequently, more as I got older than I did when I was younger. I actually went from, I think 2016. So my oldest two were turning 5 when I had my third son, and that was actually the longest stint of time I ever went. Well, I've went since I've been a parent without having more children. Which is very unfortunate. It's only been 4 months, well, 3 months since I had my last child. And I definitely wish that time was a lot longer. Because, I have like very close stepping children ages. And it's definitely something that I am not that proud of. I don't know why either, because I've never been the type of person that was like caught up on other people's opinions and other people's ideas of what is right and wrong, or good or bad. I kind of tried to make my own feelings of those thoughts without other people's influences. But I honestly have to say I never anticipated having this many children. And to be honest, growing up, like when I was in high school and in my teens, late teens, early 20s, I really didn't want children at all. And I think even now, a part of me looks at, what life would be if I didn't have them. how life would look had I made better choices. And it's a struggle. It's a struggle to keep your mind off of what could have been or what you would rather have had happen. And I do have some situations with certain people that I have children with that I highly regret. Highly regret. I would definitely classify some of the relationships with my children's mothers as some of my biggest regrets. And not because of the children we have, but just because of the relationship that we have as people. We just aren't compatible at all. And I kind of just in like a, I don't know what kind of way it was that I was just okay with it at the time, but now that, don't get me wrong, a child changes the dynamic of any relationship greatly, especially in a relationship that's not stable or a relationship that doesn't have a future. And you kind of put this new person in between that, and then it's like, okay, you two have to figure out how to get along for the greater good of this new person that you're now responsible for. And I just think in nature, it's easier for me as a man to want to, like, say, hey, it's not my problem. You chose to carry this child and be its mom and live that life. That's not my choice. And it kind of sucks that, as a man, you don't really have like a plan B option. You kind of just have to succumb to what the woman wants to be done. And that sucks because, I probably, if I had a choice, would have picked a different path for myself besides starting a family this early, regardless of how society looked at it. A woman is welcome to put a child up for adoption, and no one judges her or looks down on her. But as a man, you can't. You're stuck. It's yours. It's yours. It's yours. So it's a wild ride. It's a very wild ride, and I see it taking its effects on the people around me, even myself, more and more every day. And it only reminds me of the prematurity of it because, in all honesty, I can tell from how my life is going at the moment, not just because of like the specific present circumstances, but just in general, like my mental state of mind, that I'm not prepared to be a parent. I'm not prepared to raise a child and be an influence on their life and help them make better choices. It's kind of like how when I was putting in applications for jobs before I got the job where I am. And something that I thought was weird about one job, which was, it was an investment bank called Charles Schwab. And something that I always thought was very weird about why they would ask you about what your credit was like in order to get that job. And I didn't have an understanding of why they needed that information before I asked. But then I had asked the lady that was interviewing me about why they needed my credit information in order to determine if I was a qualified candidate to get the job. And what she explained to me was, well, at this position, you're making decisions. You're helping people make decisions with large amounts of money. You're helping people decide how to invest, how to choose the correct path to take with their life savings, large sums of money. And they said that you can't be trusted with something like that with like a low credit score, because that obviously insinuates you're not responsible for yourself as far as how you treat and use your credit. And that opened my eyes a lot to, the fact that, she did have a good point. She had a really good point. And just like, I kind of put myself into this category where it's like, you know what, I don't have the qualifications to be helping people make decisions with that type of position of work, because my track record doesn't show that I'd be someone responsible to help advise anyone else. Um, I think that goes hand in hand with parenting as well, because I don't have a track record of successful relationships with anybody, men or women. I've suffered in nurturing relationships my entire life, and that is no secret whatsoever. Like, I can't count on one hand the amount of people that I've known for over 10 years that I still keep in touch with. I two. Probably have two. And it's not something that's been very consistent either. Like, there were very long, very drawn out hiatuses, and I don't know if that's normal, if that's common or what, but I do realize that I've been very unstable with keeping close connections to other people. And I don't know who to blame or what to charge that to. I just know that's how it's been. And at this point, it is what it is, but I don't have very much confidence in the idea that, past adulthood, my children will want to keep contact with me, because, once I became an adult, I kind of got a different sense of connection to both of my parents. I felt like, my dad was already long out of the picture, never came into the picture, which, how could I blame him for that? Because, I mean, what person wants to, like, willingly involve themselves in a shit show? Not me. I can't blame him for not wanting to either. And it changed with my mom too, because it was like she stopped understanding what the differences were for someone who isn't what she is. She could only see things from her perspective and how she experienced them. And she didn't really give much attention towards the fact that, I don't walk the same path that she walked, religiously, emotionally, physically, mentally, none of that. It was kind of like a one-sided ordeal of trying to communicate with her, and it just hasn't been the same since like, I was probably 17, 18. And had I had a choice, I would probably have disconnected from my mother the same as I disconnected from my father, if I had the capacity to make more responsible choices than I have earlier. And I mean, even to this day, I sit and think, like, when I get a chance, when I get the setup, or the whole when who, what, when, and where, when all that comes clear, I think about the idea of disconnecting from her now. Not in like a negative way. I just feel like I've been too attached for too long, and I'm beyond ready to uh, detach that close connection, because I feel like having that connection is what's led to being treated like a child still. And it's weird because it's like your parents watch you grow up, they watch you become an adult and help you get there. But sometimes too much help is unhealthy. And also, I don't think your parents will ever not view you as their child or their responsibility. And that's something that I also feel like I would like to sever, is the tie to her feeling responsible for me. And I feel like it gives way too much leniency on, how I'm trying to develop. And it also gives the relationship a lot more stress, because it's like I don't feel like I'm able to actually have like a adult conversation with this person, because it's like they don't look at you as an adult. They look at you as like a child and having a child's mind. And I definitely feel like that's how she looks at me, which I can't blame her for that, because I have been very, I mean, even now, with this whole like week off of work idea, it's, in my eyes, it's very irresponsible. It's very sketchy as far as me being in a better place. I don't know why like Mondays are just harder for me to want to, get through, or, get up and get towards. But when I work 7 days a week and I don't get Sunday and Saturday off, it's so much easier for me to be at work on Monday and just not even think about it than if I get days off. Days off are just like an addiction. And I just get all in my head like, oh, I don't want to do this, oh, I don't want to be there, I don't want to do that. And I don't know why, because I really do. I really do want to be there. I just really do want to work my job and be good at it, and spend my time there doing productive things. But it's just like I talk myself out of it so quickly when I've had some time away. And something one of my children's mother told me that I didn't like hearing, because it made me very upset, and I just don't like communicating with this person at all. But she told me that, I have to work harder. I have to, if things aren't where I want them to be, then I have to try harder and do more and be, stronger. And it's true. It's very true. I'm not denying that one bit. It's just hard to hear when you think that, you're doing as best you can. But I mean, I know I'm not doing as best I can. I'm just doing what I can. And that's not the best mentality either, of just doing what you can and not the best you can. But baby steps, I have to try and build up the momentum, I guess. But I can't expect other people to appreciate that or to be patient about that. Um, I just have to stay diligent, stay consistent. At this point, I've been more consistent with this YouTube channel than I've been with anything else that I have going on this year. And I'm not ashamed of that at all. I'm actually very happy about it, because, when push comes to shove and this becomes something that is established and um, something that I can rely on, this can take away a lot of the impact of having to be so spread so thin. I can do more in an easier way once this has become more solidified as for what it's about. I'm not going to put a time frame on that. I'm just going to stay diligent and stay consistent, and I think it'll work itself out, you know. But that's really all I can do right now. I have to try to figure out ways to uh, do more than just uh, wait for circumstances to find me. You know, I have to get out here and make things happen for myself. But with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off, you guys, and get some things done. I'm about a half hour away from where I'm going, so I'm gonna sign off and listen to some music and clear my head. But as always, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. See anything you like, as always, like and subscribe. And I'll be right back at you guys again tomorrow. Same time, same place. Adios.